That's super cool. Okay. Thanks for sharing that, Jen. Okay, everybody, I have a new cadence for myself in this new year with you all, as far as like bringing you information, because I just always want these Zooms to be valuable to you and not be just filled with a lot of fluff and air. So it'll always be, we're going to celebrate at the beginning, and then I'm going to tell you what you need to know, and then what I want you to know, and then always end in prayer. That will be the cadence of all of our Zooms. So we're going to start with celebrating. And I'm so excited about this because we're celebrating who has enrolled for the global kickoff event this Saturday. So I'm going to read the names and then we're going to talk about it real quick. So we have Dean and Lori Elverud that have signed up, Jeanette Palmer, Holly Freeman, Vicki Meyergard, Jennifer Freeman, Christy Spaniel, Peg Tiedemann, Katie Walsh, Laura Nowicki, Gloria Brinker, Sandra Froling, Jen Schreiner, Kristen Storm, Jean Ebeline, Darlene Way, Sheila Powell, Amy Keene, Liddell Blair, Jen Dykstra, Jen Pensinger, Jean Reed, Dot Stark, Nicole Fodness, and Nicole Ward. Those are all the people that have signed up. I'm so proud of you for doing so. If you know that there are people on your team that are going to be watching, still have them go through that act of registering. I just think that is so important that they actually, one, learn how to do it, and two, do it because it is a free event. And then the other thing I want to really encourage you to do is if you have people on your team that are consultants, whether it's been a long time, whether they've been disconnected and you did not hear them on the list, I want you to make a goal that in the next 2 days, you're going to give them a phone call, send them a voice text, not just a text. I want them to hear your voice. And I want you to just check in with them and let them know that you're tuning in this Saturday to a global kickoff, that the company is rolling out some really big things. We're really excited to where we are. We've got the new comp plan in full swing, and you think it'd be a great idea for them maybe to plug in to see if it's something that they want to dip their feet back into. It's an hour and a half of their time and it's free. So do that, because once again, our warmest market is in our back office. It's our customers and it's our consultants that are still consultants and still using the products. That's our warmest market. So congratulations to all of those people. I'm so proud of you. I don't know, Jen, if it will be recorded. I have a feeling, because they've always done that in the past, that if they have an event, they'll have a playback for it. So I have a feeling that they will. Okay, so we celebrated, and now what you need to know is, again, this Saturday, we have the Global Kickoff event. And I am going to, if you were on Tara Wilson's call, she went over with you a little bit of what's to come. But the one thing that I want you to take a screenshot of, take a picture with your phone, is this slide. This is what you need to know about the new promotion that they are going to roll out. And if I'm going to break this down for you as simplistically as possible, it's 3-in-1. And we've heard 3-in-1 before. 3-in-1 is a part of the fast track program for new consultants. 3-in-1 is promotions we've had in the past. 3-in-1 was even something we had a long time ago when we were a new company. So take a picture of this. I'll get it big again in case a couple people just came on. Take a picture of this screen. This is the incentive that you want to know. If you have questions about this, go ahead and put them in the chat. But for now, I just want you to have this. I want you to read through it and know that it will be talked about this Saturday. And then after this Saturday, if you have any questions, bring them to the team call on Monday night and we will make them clear. I have listened to about 4 Zooms now with this information, and I feel like I know it like the back of my hand. And I want you to be that way as well, because we've always said clarity is power. And we want to be clear on this because if we're going to be winning these tracks and earning these tracks and enrolling for people with at least one being a new consultant, it's important that we know how this works for their benefit as well. One caveat that I do want to make sure that you're aware of is in order to earn the tracks, you must, as a consultant, have your own subscription order set up. Now, I know the Evolve plan says you don't need it, but in order to participate in this incentive, you must have a subscription set up, and there's no minimum requirement to that. It could be a hand cream, but we really want to, of course, set the standard and set the stage for having a monthly subscription and being a product of the product, because that, of course, is what we want the new people to come in on. Is it's going to take us really educating our customers and not just sending them a link, but letting them know, giving this at least 90 days, right? Being on subscription, getting the lowest cost, allowing your body to have time to work, knowing why they're getting on the products so that we can tell them why a subscription would matter and why them using the product month after month would matter. So for the customers to count, you want them to have at least 100 sales volume order. And for the consultant to count, they must have at least a 150 sales volume order. And again, you must have your own subscription as well, okay? All right. So that is something we need to make sure that you know for sure. And also remembering that Nashville is coming up. I'm so excited in March. I'm just so excited to go through this with you guys, and I hope that we still get more people to go. But really be looking at your tickets now. Please be looking at your tickets now. If you, for some reason, did not get a hotel room yet either, would you please reach out to me and let me know? Okay, so what I want you to know, we're going to get to the what I want you to know portion. What I want you to know is that I am going to be starting Power Hours. I talked about this last week, but in being clear and having the mindset of like really moving myself forward and being really disciplined with my time and being in control of my day as much as possible so it doesn't control me. I did my own Power Hour today, right? I did the DMO. You guys, just like Tara just said, working works. And the DMO works. This is a system that is tried and true and there. And the simplest thing that I did was the birthdays today, right? I always start with the birthdays because it's easy to do those. And I went back because I didn't do birthdays over the weekend. And by doing the birthdays, I went back and someone I hadn't talked to in a long time, she used to do Arbonne with me back in the day. I sent her a voice message and said, happy birthday. And I'm like, I would just love to know what you're up to. Drop me a note. She dropped me a note right away. And you can tell, right? If they just heard it, you know, okay, they're not feeling it. But if they send you back stuff, you know that there's a conversation here that can take place. So she texted me back, or she messaged me back on Facebook and told me what she was up to, that she's a nurse practitioner now, and all this stuff. So I told her, she said, tell me what you're up to. And I'm like, well, 12 years now with LifeVantage, I'm more passionate than ever to help like other women gain confidence and really help people build a leveraged income because it's been such a blessing to me. And I'm like, I know, and I did the roundabout approach. I said, I know direct selling wasn't really your thing, but in the field that you're in, you deal with health and you know people that love dealing with health. If you know of anybody that is looking for an extra stream of income, I would love for you to send them my way. And guess what she said? Well, I'm into health. I would love to know the information, right? So, and it was a birthday. It was a birthday greeting. And it was because I was doing the DMO. That's it. So I want to do Power Hours. I hope you show up to them. The first 15 minutes of the Power Hour by request, we're going to make about social media. If you have questions, if you want tips, tricks, want to run something by me, want to ask me if a post is compliant or not, whatever. We'll do that for the first 15 minutes. And then the next 45, we're gonna work, right? So I posted in TMAC, I posted in Telegram when we're doing them Tuesday and Thursday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I think that's what I put. Okay, the next thing is I have a binder and I want to share with you this idea because it's small. It's like a 1 inch probably. And this is going to be my guide for the year. So I got it because of a mastermind that I'm in. The mastermind is head by a woman that is very successful in Melaleuca. So she gives us this binder. It has our schedule of masterminds for the year, and it's filled with tabs for the month, for the year, January through December. Each tab is a month. Now, at the beginning of this, she gave us 4 documents to help us create our vision and our goals for the year. And if you've not done it yet, don't stress out. But I'm going to show you, I've been spending time on these and I just love them. And I just think it's such a great tool for you. And I'm going to post them in TMACT. I'll have to post them one at a time, but I wanted to share with you what they look like. So this is the goals and intentions for the year. So you have your word of the year, a big, hairy, audacious goal for the year. That's something that is really stretching, but something that you feel like you really could do if you really put in the work. Writing down your goal and your vision for your career, your finances, your love, relationships, family and friendships, your reputation. What do you want to be known as this year? Health and wellness, knowledge and self-cultivation. How do you want to grow personally? Travel, creativity, and other. Then we have the vision sheet, and this is laying out a vision for where you want to be 1 year from today, where you want to be 3 years from January, and then 5 years. So we've got that. Then we have creating your ideal 2024. This one has great questions. So she asked, what would you be the most happy about completing or achieving in 2024? What business change or improvement do you feel you need to make in 2024 to achieve results? What personal change or improvement do you feel you need to make in 2024? What is something you want to learn or focus on more? What would you say is the biggest income producing activity in your business? What brings you the most joy? And based on your last year, what advice would you give yourself for this year? I loved doing this. It's a really great time of reflection, and it really does help paint a bigger picture as to how you want to act and how you want to treat your business going forward. And then the last one is IPAs. It's income producing activities or things that generate income in your business. So what generates income and revenue in my business? What activities, actions are required to achieve that? What is currently on my calendar to contribute to income producing activities? What do I need to do more of? And what do I need to eliminate or delegate or hire out? Non-value activities. Some examples I'll give you for this, like truly what generates income and revenue in my business is when I get out and I do one-on-ones with people. They're always very, very effective for me. Whether I gain a connection, a friendship, or many, many times I have them asking me more about what I do because I kind of sprinkle it on with them. And 3 times out of 5, maybe, they're wanting me to give them more information. So what actions, activities do I need to do? I spent time in my power hour. I'm a part of a networking group, going through that group and finding women that were new or that I have not met with and sending messages to them to connect with them and have coffee. And if you live in more of a remote area, have a Zoom connect. You want to have coffee over Zoom? I'd love to get to know you more. And that's usually the thing that I say to these women is I love networking with local professionals. You just don't know what you don't know, and you never know how we might be able to help one another. And women they're always open to it. You just need to ask. Same thing with men, Dean, like just ask. I love networking with local professionals. You don't know what you don't know. Would you ever be up for, a coffee? It's easy. That's an easy thing to do. And then when you meet with them, it is going in with no expectations. You are not going in to talk about your business. You are not going in to sell them on anything. You're going in to learn about them and be the best listener they've ever come across and really just make a connection. And when they ask you what you do, you be very vulnerable and very honest, right? Talk about who you are personally and talk about what you do professionally and how long you've been doing it and why you're excited. And then turn it right back on them. And I guarantee if you lead by asking them about them and being curious, by the time you talk about yourself and you sprinkle in that you're a collagen dealer or you help women feel better or you help people with their health, they're going to want to know more. They're going to want to ask you more because you listened so well. Yes, the Ed Mylett podcast on listening, you must listen to it. It's so good. Yes, I will share all of it, Laura. Absolutely. Jen said, one of my New Year activities is to go to have coffee with people I am friends with on Facebook, and we cross paths often but don't know each other. Yep, I love that. And you could even say that. Like, one of my resolutions is to get to know people more. Like, we shouldn't just know each other virtually through Facebook. I want to meet you face to face. People need that connection. So with this binder, I have the forms in the front that I filled out. I'm not done yet because those are my goals for the year. And then in January, I made a tracker. I don't know, for me, I wanted a tracker. I did post it in Team Act. I'll pin it to the top so it's easy to find. But I put, how do I feel about the month? How is my water consumption? I have a verse, and the verse I put on there was, teach me to do your will, for you are my God. May your good spirit lead me on level ground. I put Bible time. Was it thumbs up or thumbs down for the month? How were my workouts? How was my reading? And then I put income producing activities. So and then I have the 5th, 10th, 15th, and 20th, and 25th. So after each subscription has gone out, I will then put in the number of where my volume is at after that subscription has gone out. Because by tracking that, for one, we're business owners, that helps us keep a good track on our numbers. And two, it'll help you track month to month what volume you can expect to come in if you're retaining your customers, right? And we're working on that retention. We're working on retaining and then increasing it by 500 SV as soon as we can to get a track accomplished for the new incentive, right? I put down how many new customers I would get, new consultants, what my volume is at the end of the month, what my customer sales volume was, and how many new prospects I have. So that's in there. And then I have notes on the promo and then my DMO. The DMO is in there. And the DMO we have is a weekly DMO. So you only have to have 4 in the binder. So you can fit so much in this binder. If I go to a networking event, sometimes you get a list of all the people that are there. I'll put that in the binder. Like, it's really going to be my guide. And on the front of it, I plan to put my word for the year and the verse that I found as well. So I just wanted to give you that information because I just think it's such a good idea. And it's so fun putting it together. If you're like me and you like office stuff and organizing and, blah, 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 you can have so much fun with it. But it can really be your guide and help you stay disciplined and on track for the year. So I really hope that you do it. And if you do, will you tell me? Because I would just love to know that you are. Okay, and then that's what I wanted you to know. And then also, I am going to start having office hours. So I think I tried this once before, but and I don't know if anybody will pop on, but I'll post it. But every Monday, because Mondays are our busy days, right? Every Monday from 11 Mountain Time to 12:30 Mountain Time. So for an hour and a half, I'm going to have my Zoom on while I'm working LifeVantage. So one, it's going to keep me accountable, but two, I want that to be an accessible time for you to pop on and reach out to me if you need something. If you're feeling down, if you have a question, if you want to just check in to be accountable with me, if you want to check in and say, I'm going to set a goal for the week. Can I check in again next Monday? Whatever it is, those are going to be office hours where I'm here on Team Act Zoom, where you can come in and have access to me for whatever you want. So I'm going to have that as well. Because I just want to help you this year so badly. My word is serve, and I want to help you get where you want to go, but I can't help you if we're not connecting and if you're not reaching out. So don't do this business alone. So just please know, like, abuse the time. Come in and just abuse the time. I would love that. I would love to get off that hour and a half of my office hours and not have done anything for myself because I was helping you. I would love it. So please use it. And then the last thing I want to share with you that I want you to know is because of Jen Dykstra again, she's always sharing podcasts. I'm so grateful for that. And she shared one today about 5 steps to set goals as a Christian. And I just wanted to share them with you real quick. And one phrase she said, which I loved, you guys should not jot this down, make it a post. Make it, you can make it just a post, or you can make it something where you go into detail, whatever. But she says, work like it all depends on you and pray like it all depends on God, because we need both. Work like it all depends on you and pray like it all depends on God, because we need both. So the 5 steps to setting goals as a Christian is 1, pray. You have to start with prayer, because again, she says by starting with prayer, it's so easy for us to sit down and start doing our goals and putting stuff on paper based on what we want, what we think we know. And many times we write down this crazy stuff that 2 months later we forgot what we wrote because we really just didn't take the time to be still and really think about it. But if we can start in prayer, we're starting with surrender, we're giving it to Him. And it can't be like she said, it can't be like I'm sitting down for dinner and saying a prayer. It has to be a prayer where you're really like asking God, where do you want me to be this year? How do you want me to use the business? How do you want to equip me? How do you see me growing? Like really asking Him questions and taking the time to listen. And she says, if you don't hear anything from Him when you're praying about your goals, that means you're on the right track. That means keep doing what you're doing. So start with prayer. 2, be proud of your progress. We don't take enough time to stop and say, good job. If we took the time to invite somebody, if we ATM'd somebody and we added them, tagged them, and messaged them, like did all 3 steps, if we cooked dinner for our family on a day when we are really stressed out, if we did something special for our loved one, whatever it is, like really being proud of your progress, the little tiny wins along the way, acknowledging them and not just having it and then moving on and forgetting about it. Number 3, identify what is important to you right now. What matters the most to you right now? What reflects what matters to you the most right now? Because when you think about what means the most to you right now, if you're wanting more of that, but want to level that up, that can help you in setting your goals as well. Number 4, set goals to grow and achieve in the areas that are most important to you. So you don't get to the goal setting until number 4, right? She's kind of setting the way before you get to that stage. And it's so easy in network marketing to set goals on a comparison level or based on where you think the company thinks you should be, or maybe where your upline thinks you should be. But You need to set the goals that are most important to you, because if you're not enjoying the journey and you're not having fun, what does it matter, right? So, and then number 5, submit to God's leading. The Holy Spirit will always trump your ideas and your goals, and God will often interrupt our plans and ask us to do impractical things. So set your plans, but have the intention and steward your life and resources well. But just know that if God wants to interrupt them or redirect you, you're going to be open to that. You're not going to get upset about it, and you're going to allow him to lead the way. So fully surrendering in that. Aren't those so good? So, so good. So I'll post that podcast as well, so you have it, because it was so good. Jem put it in one of the threads, but I'll make sure that I put that out there. So who's going to do the binder?
I have one.
You have one? Yay. Okay. I hope you do it. If you do, let me know. Listen for redirection and make sure it isn't a distraction. That's a good one. I pray to God for my business, so full of gratitude. We get to co-create with God. Yes, we do. Yep, 11 to 12:30. That's right, Kristen. And it's Mountain Standard Time. Yes, thank you for acknowledging that for Laura. Mountain Standard Time, so be 12 to 1:30 Central Standard Time. Okay, so abuse it. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's what I had for you. I can't wait for you to hear everything on Saturday. There's going to be a lot of big announcements. I think some we don't even know. Carrie Dickey and Tyler Daniels will be speaking. Also, I don't know if they said this. Do all of you guys know about the beads? Okay. Some of you do, some of you, okay. I need to make sure you know about this. So this whole Rise era, Steve Fife is a Swiftie. He's a Taylor Swift Swiftie, okay? He went to a concert a long time ago with his brother-in-law, but he said it was based around a football game. That's what he said. He didn't want to lose his man card completely, I don't think. Anyway, he also, as a businessman, really respects what she has done as a business person. Like, she took full control of her songs. Her songs were basically taken away from her, the rights, and so she re-recorded all of them. Now, if you know this, you get to go, when you go to a concert, I took my daughters this summer, everybody has bracelets, right? And you're trading bracelets when you go to a Taylor Swift concert. When we go to Nashville, you guys, we're going to be like at a Taylor Swift concert. Like, we're going to be exchanging bracelets. I just know it. But anyway, they said this weekend, if you have a watch party, I ordered some bead kits today, and they're like $8-9 a piece on Amazon. They'll arrive in the next 2 days. And you can make bracelets, have them ready for when people come, or you can have it with your work. Well, I don't want you to do that because I was going to do that. But anyway, for you. Anyway, you can make a bracelet that has whatever you want on it. Like, if it's a rank, you can do it to remind you of your rank. Maybe it's whatever. You can put whatever you want. Team Act bracelets. I wanted to make all of this for you, but I know it's not, I'm putting it all out there. But anyway, get some beads, make some bracelets, because it's going to be fun and it lends to the community, right? And it's not just the materialism of having a bracelet, although those are fun. It's about what it represents. And it's the culture and the community here at LifeVantage. And I know that is Steve's heart. He has been at corporate making bracelets. Corporate has been making bracelets together. How cute is that, right? Like, they're all in. So our Rise era is what we are in. And Taylor Swift had her era concert. She had all these different eras of her different albums. And when they talked about enrolling, E, retaining, R, and then advancing, A, it's era. So hence how it ties into Taylor Swift era, and LifeVantage is in their Rise era. So it was so funny, you guys, because literally today I was driving and the car in front of me had a sticker that said Swifty. So I turned on my camera really quick. I was stopped and I zoomed into it and I literally put it in my stories. And I'm like, there we are, LifeVantage in our Rise era. And I tagged the company and everything on it. And I put hashtag Rise era. So that might be something great too that I would think about as a post is in this new year after you set your goals and you think about like where you want to go, hashtag Rise Era and talk about where you want to be in this year. Like talk about how you want to be serving other people and focus a little bit on your story. Because remember, we want to talk to the people that are where we were once before and how we can help them move forward. So okay, it's 8 o'clock on the dot. Let's end in prayer. Okay. All right. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for these amazing people. And Lord, I would just pray in this new year that you would help them in getting clarity and vision. I pray that they come to you first, and as they do, that they can hear you clearly in what it is and where it is you want them to go in this new year. Help them to be at peace with it. For some of us, that may mean not going strong. It may mean we have to take care of other things first. And for others, it may mean it's time to put our foot on the gas and really grow ourselves and work through our fear. Whatever it might be, I just pray for clarity for them and that they not go this alone, knowing that they have you by their side, but also this team and our community. So help us to have a great week. I pray for Saturday, for the speakers, the technology, the people that are having parties, that everyone is safe and that we just have a really amazing time. So thank you for this gift. Thank you for these people. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, Team Act. I love ya. Thanks for tuning in and have fun. Okay, see you next Monday. Bye.